All right, ladies and gentlemen, Fab's in the house and not in the wild. I was in the wild right over here. Welcome back to the channel. I'm just gonna ask you to like, subscribe, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about what I'm about to say, because this is gonna be a pretty cool rant, in my opinion, because this is about the true cost of film photography in 2025. Film photography, like this thing over here, this is a piece of Kodak E100 reversal film, isn't just art, it's resistance to automation, instant gratification, and consumer chaos. But even this niche word is not immune from geopolitical drama. You know, today we talk about what rising tariffs, global trade shifts, and economic fear. You know, what does it mean to us shooting analog, especially panoramic beasts like this 6x17? I'm shooting the Horseman at SW617, guys. There's 4x5 and 8x10 if you want to be going more expensive, but the tariffs are not based on what you pay. It's on the declared value, what companies pay each other. That 30% Trump-era tariff on imported goods, yeah, it might only add like maybe 18% at the cash register, because company may eat part of it, but analog gear, it's already expensive. Add a 10-20% hike, ooh, that's gonna hit pretty hard. You know, dealers already operate on a slim margin, like 15%. They can afford to absorb tariffs, expect price hikes, and land squarely to land squarely on photographers, or manufacturers are going to be scaling back US shipments. Imagine like rare and analog cameras like this one. In this case, SW617 means even less availability because it's going to be even more expensive. You know, companies might game, declared value to reduce the impact of tariffs. That's, you know, like underpricing imports. And that would be one option, but that can violate dumping laws and trigger more restrictions. Anyways, this was the first image on one roll. Yeah, because in one roll I have 4 shots. So this is the second shot. I'm going to show you 4 shots as I ramble about the cost of shooting photography in 2020, film photography in 2025. It's, ironically, industries that try to build locally, like auto, are hit harder due to supply chain looping across borders. Check out this foggy morning on the inlet here in BC. What about the photo industry? That's pretty much entirely foreign made. There's no incentive to build film camera in USA. We lose both ways. Higher prices and no local alternative. This is not smart. You know, labor cost is why camera manufacturing moved overseas. That's the main reason. Bringing it back? Yeah, robotic automation is the only path. That means fewer jobs, not more. You want to romanticize about the past, it won't bring Veronica or contacts back. No. You're dreaming about a Kodak Brownie by Boston Dynamics? I don't know about that. What is going to be the impact on film community? Expect fewer products launches. Look at this year. Brands won't prioritize market that cost more to serve. Hello, repairs. Slower, pricier. Thanks to the tariff parts and hesitant shipping. What about the dealers? Many will close, guys. We're watching a slow bleed out of analog infrastructure. Japan, Thailand, China, every country where film gear is made faces separate tariff rates. That means your Fuji film, your Nikon gear might have drastically different price hikes. Expect inconsistency and scarcity in the near future. The photographic community becomes smaller, more insular. The stress is on small labs, on repair shops, dealers, and it's crazy. Photographers might abandon film. And that's very sad. It makes me extremely, extremely sad because that's going to be not done by choice, but by cost. And that's the worst. What's the silver lining? Companies like Nikon, for example, because I shoot Nikon, have survived disasters. Remember, tsunamis in their plant, nuclear events, pandemics. They're going to survive tariffs, I believe, but what survives might not be what you want. You know what I mean. Also, misinformation is the real enemy right over here because media spins and online outrage often make the problem worse. I'm just gonna go and show you another shot right over here. And a pretty cool quote I read is that the tariffs are the new light leaks, unexpected, damaging, and hard to work around. But unlike light leaks, there's no charm to them. They just make things worse. So still, we adapt. We always have. Like the Vipassana boy. When we make a mistake, we correct it quietly, humbly, and move forward. So, if you're shooting film in 2025, would look at this Canada geese in the mist, in this foggy morning right in BC. It's just gorgeous. I mean, how can I stop shooting this? Because if you shoot this kind of film, this kind of photography in 2025, you're not just making images. You're taking a stand against automation, against chaos, and for presence. As I said, photography is just not a hobby, it's a rebellion against automation, against the algorithm, against the dopamine-saturated feed of modern life. But even rebels have bills to pay, and lately, those bills are getting a lot steeper. But the thing is, presence cannot be taxed. You cannot tax my presence right over here in the foggy inlet at 6 a.m. trying to snag a blink, like a glimpse of reality on Kodak or Provia or whatever film you're going to use. It's crazy. It's bad because repair shops are almost gone. Film availability, super patchy. Community, it's super fragmented. We're not just losing access, guys. We're losing culture. We're losing the ritual. We're losing the smell of fixer. Do you know what I mean? If you know what I mean, just leave me a comment down below. Share this video. Make it go viral because we got to hold and resist. You're holding the line against AI, against apathy, against a future where everything is frictionless and nothing has a meaning. This is presence, as I said multiple times, and presence cannot be bought, and sure as hell cannot be tariffed. So, until next time, load carefully, because this is like $20 a pop. Shoot intentionally, and may your exposure be tariff-free. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned.